Hello, hello. Let's see some thumbs up. Let me know I'm on the air. Hello, hello. Happy Friday afternoon. Let's see some thumbs up. Let me know I'm on the air. No thumbs yet, huh? Anybody, some thumbs up? I need to know I'm on the air. Okay, there we go. That's not so bad. All right, I see some thumbs. I see some thumbs. Happy Friday afternoon. Well, for those of you who stayed with me last night, and there were quite a few of you, as you know, there was some technical difficulties. For some reason, my Wi-Fi was super, super slow. And 25 minutes of banter. Obviously, I had a lot to say. Well, sometimes I get a little frustrated. But you guys, I really started this channel because like you, I was very frustrated and I needed some help getting through it, and you guys were there for me. And little did I know that I would be doing this every day. But someone told me if you want to build your channel, then you have to create content. And for me, it was a no-brainer because I just simply wanted to, I guess, ease some of the tension that I was feeling because of all of the constant criticism of two people that I felt extremely protective of. And that, of course, is the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Now, I'm not going to show the photos, but I'm sure you guys have all seen it. Let's see some hearts if you have seen it. Let's see some hearts if you've seen the photos. I don't even have to tell you what photos. I'm just going to say the photos because I know you all seen it. Hearts, yes. You guys know what I'm talking about? You seen the photos? Anybody? Okay, Shadow has seen it. Josephine seen it. I know Lydia. Lydia sees everything. Lydia, I always call Oprah the Oracle, but really, Lydia is the Oracle of the Sussex Squad. When it comes to the Sussex Squad, I think Lydia is the Oracle. Yeah, you guys all seen it. Our girl looked good, didn't she? She had on that long duster. She had on a knit cap. Now, I know stalking while shopping, Church Nelly. That's why I'm not going to show the photos. And it's a real conflict. And that's one of the things I wanted to try to talk out today. It's a real conflict because, on one hand, we want to see her. We want to know that she's doing well. We're fans. We're fans. And that kind of means that not necessarily you're going to take her however you can get her, but we're glad to see her. We're glad to see her going, especially when they had that ridiculous headline that she's taken to her home, the one with the 50 bathrooms, the 70 bedrooms, a jacuzzi and room for a pony. I know I sound like Hyacinth's bucket. That's bouquet. Yeah, well, I'm conflicted. I won't share the photos, but I was glad to see the Duchess out doing some normal stuff. And the part that really became uncomfortable for me was when they said, "Well, she was shopping at a fever pitch," or whatever they said, like she was in some kind of hurry. B10 Pow. Hey, I just saw you there. You haven't been able to join us for the live chats that often because B10 Pow has been busy as a cat covering up poop this season. So she hasn't really had time to do the live chats because she's been working hard. I know a lot of you guys have been working hard. I thought that would be kind of cool too, because some of you guys, if you're at work or you're on your lunch break or something like that, this kind of gives us a chance to hang out. So let me say some hellos here. Um, oh, let me go over here. Uh, some of this print is not very baby boomer friendly. Hello, Connie Balmer, Simone Black, Kenneth Doug. Who else? Fatima Ba, Anna Espinoza. Hello, Citron Ceci. Hello, and let's see. Oh boy. I was too vain to get the bifocals. Did I tell you that? I was a little bit too vain for the bifocals. And every time I I don't know if y'all understand that, but it was something about seeing oh, what's his name? That movie Driving Miss Daisy and seeing I can't believe I can't remember his name. Morgan Freeman. It was something about seeing Morgan Freeman with them big cataract glasses he had. I remember those big glasses looked like jelly jar bottoms. They were huge. And because I saw those glasses, I every time they ask me, do you want the yeah, Coca-Cola bottoms. Thank you, Church Nelly. Um, every time they ask me if I want the bifocals, I'm like, nah, that's okay. It's glasses up, glasses down. Up close, I'm okay, but sitting at a distance from this screen, I'm like, what was that? So, anyway, glad you could join us today, B10. Bellissima, hello everyone from London, England, she says. Actually, let me highlight that. There we go. And there's Connie live from Switzerland. Who else we got here? Ruth Brown. Ruth Brown. There's a singer named Ruth Brown, isn't it? Right? Is that right? Donna Edwards. Sylvia Dixon. Hello, Sylvia. Sylvia's been one of the members of the well, I guess you are a member, right? But anyway, you've been like commenting and part of this channel, subscribed for a while. And who else we have here? By the way, you guys, I am going to put out a members list for Christmas. Also, I'm going to do a list for people who have made contributions and a thank you list for the Mod Squad, which includes Lydia and Church Nelly, among others. But yeah, so I'm going to do that. So hey, Charlotte B. Charlotte is from France, I believe, right? And Rosa Roberts. If you don't want to be on that list, please let me know. Otherwise, anyway, let's see if I put it together. I'm talking right now. I'm talking right now. Nice bear and Christmas list. Nice. Yes, B10. It'd be even nicer if I actually do it. Remember the merchandise? What did I do? Instead of making out the merchandise, I went to a couple of concerts and went to New York City just to get away from doing the merchandise. Thus is the spirit of my commitment. But you know what? Do not be surprised if you guys don't have a list of merchandise by Sunday. Don't be surprised. I'll be surprised, but don't you be surprised. As you see, I'm in a good mood today. Yesterday, I was in a bit of a funk, as they say. So it took me hours to edit that 25-minute video. So I'm going live today because I just cannot sit through a long edit again. So I decided I'll go live today. Yesterday, as you know, I had 25 minutes of frustration to get off my chest, and you guys were there for me. So thank you very much because the that guy kind of gets to me, and when I say that guy, you know who I'm talking about, the so-called body language expert. And I'm so curious, but I'm not going to look, and please don't you look either. But I'm so curious. I really am curious to know how much traffic has the ad. Oh, not well. I look at there. That was a Freudian slip, wasn't it? The ad. Um, okay. Let me try to say this again. I wonder how much traffic was driven to that channel because of the Daily Mail. I called it an ad, which it really was almost like an advertisement for him. But how much traffic was driven to that channel because the Daily Mail has suddenly made him internationally famous? And what's the best way to sell something? Just throw the Sussexes into it. Like I say, it's like gourmet cooking. Uh, it's like gourmet cooking. Just add a little olive oil to just about every gourmet meal and you have a good dish. Well, it's the same way when you want to sell something. Just throw the Sussexes in there and suddenly it is profitable. B10 says, we preferred that you went to New York to see the Sussexes than do the merchandise. Oh, B10, B10, I have to tell you, remember when I had oral surgery and I was sounding horrible? And B10 said, I saw where she commented, she said, um, I think Baron's not feeling well. And I mean, she just really, really was so worried and concerned about me. And I tell you, at a certain point, I did have a fever of like 101. And how I worked through that period, I have no idea. But the Sussexes were in New York, and I just did not want to miss out on it. And so, unfortunately, it was a perfect storm, and you guys were there for me, especially when you guys had to listen to me do several episodes of the podcast slurring through my speech. And, but I tell you, some of you guys are my age or better. You know how the work ethic is. Whether you got snot running down your nose, whether you had just been in a car accident the day before, if you had to go to work, you had to go to work. And sometimes I have really put myself at risk because I'm so used to working. I don't know. I mean, nowadays people take better care of themselves. So I'm not criticizing people for calling off when they have to, but I'm just not used to doing that. I can tell you some of the stuff that I've worked through when I really probably should have been in a hospital or at least at home. Okay, connect their body language expert full of nonsense, maybe read a book, and all of a sudden he's an expert. That's all it takes, you know? And I would dare say that most of them are grifters. And if you guys have looked at that Meerkat channel, if one of the moderators, and just the moderators, please, if you can throw that link up here for everyone, because I might forget. I'll try to put her in the community tab. I'll do that. But if you can find a link for Meerkat, she had a two-part, well, not two parts, but she did two different podcasts about how Meghan has been treated. And one of them, she talked about the hocus pocus and the flim flamming of the body language experts. And she was bang on. I mean, she was absolutely right. It is just a matter of these. Anybody could be a body language expert. And I didn't watch the video. I saw a photo of it where Meghan was in an interview. But the thing that I have to say about that is that when you are on a television show, Meghan and everybody on that show went all over the world promoting the television show Suits. And so you don't know how they were treated before they went on camera. You don't know if they're not feeling well. I mean, like just like I worked through a bad day or illness, you don't know whether Meghan has done the same thing. So I'm not saying that there was something to see in the video. I don't urge you to go and look at it. All as I'm saying is you never know what that person had just been through before the camera started rolling, what's going on off scene. You don't know any of that stuff. You don't know if they put the wrong shoes on that morning. Nobody knows the circumstances that led to that moment. But this guy looks at a video clip or a photograph and says, "Oh yeah, that's what's going on." Now, when I'm critical of, let's say, the Cambridges, one reason why I feel kind of justified is because you can take a mountain of photos of them anywhere, and it just seems like every photo you catch them not really into each other. And why do I talk about it? Because they're so busy trying to tear down the Sussexes. So yeah, yeah, I lash out from time to time. I'm not gonna deny it. But that's only because you're messing with my faves. What could I say? I'm a Scorpio. I remember when I was watching Tina and Michelle one day, and just the vibe I got from Tina, I put in the comments, I said, "Are you a Scorpio?" And she said, "Yes." I knew it because of that deep loyalty and commitment to the cause. That's why I knew. I was just like, I knew it. I knew it. The way she got so emotional here and there, I'm like, that's a Scorpio all day long. And you know how Scorpios are, ride or die. Ride or die. That's how Scorpios are. We are loyal and committed. Although it's not good to cross us. And if you got a Scorpio in your life, then you know what I'm talking about. You don't want to cross those Scorpios. It's not a matter of are we going to get you, it's when we're going to get you, right? Still waters run deep. So let me say good afternoon to a couple of more people here. Let me see. Uh, okay. Who we got here? I hope you are well. Thank you, Anna Espinosa. I'm sure you're speaking for everyone on the live chat right now. Um, Patricia Nixon, you're a Scorpio. Oh, I pray for everyone around you if they've ever done you wrong. Who else here? Who is Ethan's husband? That's a good question. We've never seen the photo. Uh, but no, that's the name they use for their YouTube. So I like things better when it's a mystery. Let's see. I'm a Taurus and I'm a ride or die as well. Of course you are. I do know some Tauruses that will. I'm telling you, if things ever go sour, like if you're in a bar and suddenly you hear a broken glass, go stand behind that Taurus. Yes, yes, the photos look like someone anonymously yeah, anonymously were brewing. Okay, let me see. Hey, Lydia. You're looking for it. Okay. Traditionally, you a robot. Oh, by the way, I did notice that did we have a troll? When I looked up, I saw a bunch of stuff was deleted. Oh, Connie Balmer, there you are. Miri Cat is that's one of the squatties, right? The channel, I forgot how you spell the channel. I think it's in German or something like that. Although I think the name is German, but she speaks English on the channel. Work ethic has changed in some ways, not good. Yeah, yeah. And I'm glad that people take better care of themselves than I've taken care of myself. um I won't even tell you like the whole details of it, but yeah, the one time when I attempted to go to work and I actually ended up in the hospital. um it was dumb. It was dumb, and I'm glad that I think that was the day I learned my lesson. I think that was the day I probably have gone in, like especially when at the start of the pandemic. Everybody has that war story where we say, I think back in March of 2020, back in everybody has that story where we like to say we've already survived, but we're not sure. Am I right about that? Everybody has that story. And I think mine was in maybe February of 2020 when I was going to work as I would normally go to work. Actually, I take that back. I did take off at that time. I took off a couple days And that's why I think maybe, just maybe, I'm speaking kind of in riddles because sometimes, like, you know what? I'm going to tell you guys every time I finish a live chat, the first thing happens is the AI, which is the artificial intelligence, assumes that I said something improper on my channel, right? I'm sorry, on our channel. And so first they don't want to monetize it, and then what happens is you request that a human listens to it or reviews it, and then they okay it. That has happened to me several times. Now, without busting the gut laughing, have I said anything on this channel that can be misconstrued as improper? Anything. I mean, come on, you guys, you know me. Have I said anything provocative on Royal Sussex that would raise any eyebrows? Okay, okay, don't answer that out loud if you're at work. But have I said anything that could be considered improper? I mean, come on, fess up if you want to. We're all friends here. Have I said anything that would, like, let's say, have the Secret Service come and knock on my door? Anything that otherwise would make you just grin, grin, grin? Anything? No, you're perfect. Okay, thank you, thank you. I'll take that. Let's see. Let's look at some of the answers. You always above board, Mr. Prim and Proper. Thank you. Thank you. And like I said, if you leave the information, I'm going to forward that crisp $20 bill to you, Bellissima. You're so nice. Oh, B10 pal, you love me, and I know you do. So even if there was something kind of shady, you probably wouldn't say so. B10 pal is like my guardian angel. Definitely not barren. Okay. Now, you guys, I can't send everybody a $20 bill, but I can't send all of you guys a Chris $20 bill. So, but I appreciate your honesty or fudging the truth or whatever. Yeah, you know what? I have been told that sometimes my laugh seems rather sinister, and I get that. You know, yesterday I saw that meme. I don't have it handy, but I saw that meme where the lady is going down into the subway and she tripped at like the middle way down on that little landing. And then she went into that tumble and slid across the floor. Do you know I had to turn away from the computer with tears in my eyes? I am really, really bad with stuff like that. So, um, if something like that has happened, please send it to me. Like, go to the Twitter and put it in my direct messages. Don't put it here because you might not like me anymore. So, um, anyway, let's see. Okay, I don't know if I showed you guys this picture last time. I didn't have it in the queue, so I'm not sure that I have shared it with you. Now, this photo was obviously taken on the other side of the staircase when our Duchess entered St. George's Chapel. Have you guys seen this before? This was trending on Twitter, and obviously a civilian, not a photographer, but you know, just one of the well wishers took this photo. Um, when you visit St. George Chapel, you can actually stand on those steps, but you can't use that door. That's only meant for the royal family to use. It's used for the funerals and weddings and such formal occasions. Otherwise, there's a side entrance, which is where the visitors enter St. George Chapel. But yeah, I love this photo. It's a different angle. Maybe some of you guys haven't seen it before, but yeah, I meant to share that with you guys last time, and I don't believe I did. So here it is. this is Meghan rising up the steps with that beautiful veil on. And every time I look at that photo, I say to myself, you know what? That veil seems like a better idea every time I see it. At first, I thought it was brilliant, but now I think it's just the most epic thing I've ever seen. I don't think I've ever seen a veil that large before. Maybe someone has, but of course we all remember Princess Diana's, what was it, 25-foot train. But I don't think I've ever seen a veil this long before. So pretty cool, pretty cool. And let's see, I'm gonna go to a couple more comments here. That's oh yeah, Cato 50. That, yeah, I only just saw it uh this week, I think. Yeah, I think I only just saw it for the first time this week. Let's see. Yes, very stunning, very stunning. And I'm sure I've probably mentioned this before, but probably not on the live chat. While I was visiting the UK, um, I of course couldn't get anywhere near the chapel during the wedding, so I was like way down at the other end of that long um, procession route that they took. I was like almost at the very end, right? And so when they went by in the carriage, the one good photo I took was out of focus. Well, actually, the one coming toward me was out of focus. So I only got a nice photo of them from the rear. But that's because and this is like FYI for you, if you're ever in a crowded situation, if you're not in the front, everybody raises their phone at the same time, and that will throw your device out of focus. So that's what ruined my photo. But I was like maybe 3 or 4 people behind the front of the line. I managed to go to Westminster Abbey because I wanted to see the two princes. If you know the story of the two princes, how they were, well, I'll say they came up missing in the Tower of London. And so the bones that they believe to be the two princes are at the Westminster Abbey. So I wanted to go there again. I had been there before, but I wanted to see where they were inside the Abbey. And I saw these people like standing around the tomb of the unknown soldier. I think that's what they call it. Um, and there was a bouquet of flowers there, right? Well, it turns out that bouquet of flowers was actually Megan's flowers, because of that long standing tradition that the royal brides turn over their, or should I say, gift their flowers to the tomb of the unknown soldier. I think the Queen Mother started that tradition. So, yeah, so I didn't get a chance to get up close, well, any closer than being in a line of people in Westminster, but I did have a chance to see the flowers. So I did take a picture of it. They told us no photography in Westminster, but I did it anyway. That was one of the few times that I broke the rules. But I didn't break the law, not like Lord Nappyhead. Okay, not like the Daily Fail. Not Nappyhead directly, not him directly, but the Daily Fail. Because Meghan said that what they did broke the law. And that, well, you know the little speech, something about it's a daily fail. And she was absolutely right. I'll never forget the way she worked that in there. And the fact that they just happened to have that handy. The fact that they just happened to have that handy when the ruling came out, bravo to them. So yeah, that is probably one of the better days of 2021, was when our Duchess said the Daily Fail. Oh, you guys like that too? Oh, I see Connie had a suggestion for me. Let's see what it says here. Baron, if you wanted to be close, I am sure you would have sneaked in with a smile on your face. And yeah, I I want to believe that too, but somehow it just didn't seem possible. But I'll try that next time. But as they say, I wouldn't want to cause any further controversy. And that's my best English I can do is controversy. But oh, Church Nelly, you love Lord Nappyhead, huh? Oh, I do too. I don't know. I just looked at him one day and it just came out, Lord Nappyhead. Um, I don't know. It just came to me. But I think he has that Tom Jones energy. Although we like Tom Jones, I don't know how much we like him. Um, who knows what's going on with that? But they're angry, and they have been on the attack with the Sussexes for the past couple days. I mean, it's gotten kind of ridiculous and ugly. But like I say, let the Sussexes Sussex. That's my way of saying live and let live. Let the Sussexes Sussex. But let's see. What else did I want to share with you guys? Let me make sure of this. Oh, yeah. Here it is. Now, this was a little something I saw today. Um, you know, I'm just throwing it out there. Hope I don't ruin your afternoon with this. Kate Middleton is really upset about estrangement from Prince Harry and Meghan Markle while seeing Prince William distraught. When does he not look distraught? That's what I want to know. Has been tough, but pull them closer together. Yeah, because you guys have to work now. Of course you're closer. Yeah, I mean, I've heard rumors, and I'm not gonna say any of that stuff here, and not necessarily about the rose garden. I'm talking about their living situation. But as I said in one of my other videos, can you drop me off first? Yeah. Can you drop me off first? Um, oh, I see another Scorpio out there. Yeah, so I'm just saying, their living situation is in question. People have been saying things about them. I guess I could say it, whether or not they're under the same roof all the time, allegedly, possibly, and most likely. But I never heard of nappy head. That word doesn't exist in Switzerland. But I'm sure going to use it. Connie, it doesn't exist when we're around. When we're not around, there's a lot of words that they use to describe us. You know that. Oh boy, this is a little too early to be messy. But I'm sure there's a lot of adjectives that have been used to describe me over the years by friends, neighbors, colleagues, employers, customers, whatever. I'm sure I have been a lot of things to a lot of people. Kate is upset, too fragile to take on duties that Meghan and Harry accomplished in seconds. Absolutely right. Because as they said on Facts and Two Cents, that she spent 10 years coming up with 5 questions. How do you, I mean, what is the conversation when a kid gets home from school and their mom says, "Oh, did you see the Duchess of Cambridge today?" Yeah, she said it was something wrong with our brains. She said it was something wrong with our brains. She told us that our brains aren't developed yet. And of course, you know, if my child told me that, I'd be like, wait a minute, she told you it's something wrong with your head? Huh? Is that what she told you? She's telling you if that's not the pot calling the kid Kate Middleton, I don't know what it is. Um but you know what? I'm not gonna pick her brain apart. I'd rather leave it alone and give it a chance to heal. But I need one of those little rim shots when I say stuff like that, the but yeah, I'd rather leave it alone and just give it a chance to heal. But I just don't know how you justify going to a school and telling kids that it might be something wrong with their heads. Okay, so maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe I didn't understand the point that she was trying to make. But you know what? That probably puts me in good company because I'm sure it's a lot of people who didn't understand the point that she was. Woo! I'm sure there's a lot of people who didn't understand what she was trying to say. Case in point, oh, here I go rifting. But case in point, have you seen that little promo where she says, "Oh, I'm so glad." What? She, I think what she was trying to say is that she was happy about, the Christmas special. And you know what? This is not being promoted as a Cambridge event. This is a Duchess of Cambridge accomplishment. Yeah. So this is her party, and the world is invited. Um, oh, okay. Let me see. Uh-huh. Is that who you are? Let me see. Prusty? Let me see. Prusty. Okay. I'd be impressed if they had jurisdiction over here. That would be very impressive. Uh-huh. And then what happened? Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I see it on the one screen. On the other screen, it seems to have disappeared. Thank goodness. Okay, we'll put that person in timeout. There we go. And all has disappeared. Boy, I tell you, all you have to do is bring up jazz hands, and people get kind of weird. Was that not bizarre? Today isn't Friday the 13th, it's Friday the 17th. Right? Anyway, thank you, Mod Squad. Thank you so much for taking care of this. I feel like I've arrived. You know what I mean? Because I'm actually getting like the trolls in the live chat. But you guys said they've been here, but I just haven't seen them. Let's see. Ty Fletcher says, I want to know why is it when I Google Meghan, I have to see Kate articles more now than ever. They are trying to do whatever to keep Kate relevant by attaching her to Meghan. Well, I have to tell you, sometimes when I'm watching, I don't get like, I don't get a, I'll suggest this. Go to those three dots and just hit not interested. And if you hit not interested enough, a lot of this stuff will stop popping up. Like for instance, Sean Neal or Neil Sean. Um, he was popping up on my feed every day. But because I keep hitting not interested, now all of a sudden I never see him. So that not interested button, it doesn't seem like that it will actually do anything, but use it anyway. Use it anyway. Just make it a habit of hitting not interested, and because I don't think we can block people on the YouTube. I think I've been looking for a way to block certain channels, but when you hit not interested, that's telling the algorithm leave me alone. So try that and see if that works out for you. But otherwise, I don't get a lot of Kate stuff, and I think that's because I have probably hit not interested on so many different things. But I tell you what, I do get every time I finish watching something, especially after I watch my own channel. Like if I go back and watch something again, um, or if I just complete a live chat, all of a sudden something pops up about the Queen Mother. And before that, it was something would pop up about Princess Margaret. So I do get some of that, but not a lot of it. 1 second, you guys. Oh, nope, not that. Okay. Sorry about that. Well, let me see. It's been 40 minutes and my sinuses have just gotten bad. I told you guys, every time I do a live chat, it just seems to set off my sinuses. Maybe it's all of that like exhaust from my own mouth flying back in my face. Maybe that's what it is. But it's something about the live chats. Maybe it's that methane gas coming out of my mouth, but something causes my sinuses to get like really irritated. Okay, Anna Espinoza. Chris Mosley, you should see a vlog when a reporter from Florida was interviewing her. She claims she was being bullied. When you say her, are we talking about our Duchess? They are still making money off of us just like in the plantation days. Absolutely. Again with that. Which picture is that one? You talking about this one? Was she just grinning? Now you know that's one of those you know what eating grins. Okay, something a little more cheerful then. There we go. I hope that suits you. Let's see. I'm gonna look for some more comments here. QE2 is head of the Commonwealth. Has anyone seen any of them advocating for vaccine equity for those countries? I have not. I have not seen anyone. The only people that I've seen talking about equity are the Sussexes, but I haven't seen any other senior royal, minor royal, any royal. Speaking of minor royals, um, because they canceled that luncheon, we don't have to worry about Princess Michael of Kent. We don't have to worry about her showing up with that blackamoor brooch that she had on. That was really rude, and I don't know how Harry handled that, but that was incredibly rude of her. And she knew exactly what she was doing. She was trying to be a provocateur. So she shows up with this brooch. I'm guessing, perhaps, allegedly, maybe, and most likely, there was some conversation like, watch this before she left the house that day. And out of all the people in the family, I think it probably eats her up more than anybody else in the family that the Duchess of Sussex has rank over her. It probably disturbs her more than anybody else in the family. And you know what? I hope it does get under her skin. I really do. Um, that pleases me to know that. Because she's had other incidents where she's been accused of being incredibly insensitive, if not downright evil. Um, like for instance, how about this little ditty right here? Uh-oh, there it is. Do you guys remember this story? Queen's cousin, Princess Michael of Kent, named the two black sheep Serena and Venus, claims her daughter, ex-boyfriend, who says royals. Well, I can't read the rest of that because I mean, already this will probably be subject, but have you guys heard this story before? That person with that little tiara on their head, actually, it's not so small. It looks like it's in direct competition with the rest of the family. That person right there is the one who decided that she would welcome the Duchess of Sussex to the family, or the future Duchess of Sussex. She would give Meghan a proper welcome. And anyway, she made the day more about her than anybody else. And yeah, that's up close of her. Nice person, right? She looks very sweet. I like to say that that's Harry's evil aunt, but I'm way too polite to say that. But yeah, that really happened in 2018. That really happened. Oh no, I'm sorry, it was 2017, right? That was before they got married, so it was 2017. But let's see some comments here. Yeah, yeah. She does look scary. It's like if you walk into Kensington Palace, you might trip over her broom to get inside. Um, so of course, I had to put together a little meme to acknowledge her accomplishments. That was a little meme that I put together. Uh, Meghan meets the family. And there, of course, is the brooch up close. Now, apparently, she said she didn't know about her father's history. That's what she said. She didn't know about the history of her own family. Now, I've seen her on several documentaries where she seems to know the history of all of Western Europe, but she don't know the history of her own family. Um, oh, she'll tell you about everything and everybody, but she didn't know nothing about her daddy. So, Princess Diana, who we love incredibly today, like we did years ago, Princess Diana had a nickname for her. She used to call her the U-boat captain. I love that, the U-boat captain, because of her dad. Um, well, they said that one day, and mind you, this is somebody that Princess Diana would have to run into occasionally at the Kensington Palace. That's where the Kents live. And of course, I won't tell you how her husband, Prince Michael of Kent, and of course, they call her Princess Michael because I think her name is Christina or Christiana, something like that. She can't be a princess in the royal family in her own right, but she is a royal princess because of Prince Michael of Kent. So she uses Princess Michael instead of, I think, Duchess of Kent or something like that because she wants to be a princess, no matter what. She has to be known as a princess. They say she is the ultimate snob. Um, I would say that when it comes to snobs in the Windsor household, she pretty much out snobs everybody in the family. There was an incident in New York where it is alleged that she saw some black men eating, and of course, these co-workers from the financial district were having a good time. These are very I think these men would be considered um, very accomplished traders or whatever they were in the financial district. I think they did like banking or something. And so when she heard them, when she saw these men of color making too much noise, they said she went over to the table and told them, why don't you go back to the colonies? Not the Commonwealth, the colonies. So, like I say, she's a very nice lady, and she always seems to say the appropriate thing. I'm being sarcastic, but she makes her point. People understand her. So, oh, by the way, let's get rid of that face. I came across this photo. I hope that's the right photo. Yes, I think someone had this on Facebook or maybe it was Twitter, but I think it's absolutely lovely. So, um, yeah, so I just thought I'd share with you. Sometimes I'm like one of those people. My photos, I think I have some 60,000 plus photos. So when I'm looking for a photo, or if you hear me stalling because I'm trying to look for something, so I'm saying like weird stuff, it's because I'm like trying to go through those photos now. I'm very good about labeling my photos, but still, when you got 60,000, it takes a while for, I mean, it's like the computer's like, I don't know where that is. I'm tired. But anyway, that's the U-boat captain. And let's see, what is that one? Okay, I did that already. And this one, oh yeah, Lewis Hamilton's opens up on Meghan Markle, greatest weekend ever. Lewis Hamill, he prays on Meghan Markle as he held the diversity she brought to the royal family. Well, I forgot how old this is. I don't think this is a new. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it is a new article. I think it is because she's got the red dress on. Um, after the okay, he said that in 2018 after her wedding to Prince Harry. Well, you know what? It did seem like a good idea at the time, Lewis, and we do love you, Lewis Hamilton. It seemed like a good idea at the time, but we didn't know that. Well, you know what? I take that back. There were some people who were not caught up in the moment. I thought that this was a big moment for the royal family having the Duchess of Sussex, but obviously they didn't see it that way. So things are different from what we hoped they would be, right? And anyway, so we are where we are right now. Uh did we have another troll in the midst? I see something has been deleted. But let me go to some more comments because I think I'm only going to stay on for an hour because my sinuses are getting really bad. Pardon me for 1 second. Clear. Clear. Nobody wants to hear a baby boomer playing his trumpet. So, okay, so I'm going to look at some comments here before we go. The article is shade because Hamilton just received that honor. I saw that, Mary Man. I saw that, and I was also very disappointed. But I'm going to say this: it probably meant a lot to her mother. I mean, to his mother to be there. Meghan's mother is not a Brit, so she's not really phased by all of that. But for his mother, that was probably one of the biggest days of her life, aside from the day that her children or her child was born. That was probably one of the bigger days of her life. So I'm gonna look past that one. Um, I kind of wish it wouldn't have happened. I didn't know that David Bowie had turned down his CBE. And you guys know years ago, I think it was it George Harrison? No, no, was it John Lennon or George Harrison? One of the Beatles turned down his knighthood or whatever. Turned it down. Well, actually, I take it back. He didn't turn it down. He returned it. That was one of the rare occasions where someone accepted the medal, if not the only occasion where they accepted the medal and then quickly sent it back. So I'm gonna overlook it because that was a big day for his mom, and I'm sure she wasn't trying to. It was John Lennon. Chantel says it was John Lennon. I'm sure she wasn't. I mean, yeah, I'm sure his mother wasn't trying to be shady, but she did have the Dior bag. So it wasn't the biggest moment we could have had that day, but it was a moment. It was something that the squatties were able to rally and say, uh huh, uh huh. But you guys, I think you all are underestimating Queen Elizabeth. After all, after all, believe me, she has been known for her civil rights. You know, she she has been known to be quite active in the movement. So, um, you guys. You can never judge a book by its cover. Um, so give her the benefit of the doubt just for now, until we know better. She has she has marched and bowel movements. Plus, she's going through a tough time. I mean, Barbados just happened to her, but she's a downright sister. She's she's ride or die. So I'm just saying, just give her the give her the benefit of the doubt just for now, until we know better, and I'm sure we all do. I'm just kidding with you, but until we know better, let's just take her take things at face value, because she's had a rough year. Don't forget, she's 95, and Philip just died. So, and before that, she was 94, and Philip's in hospital. So I'm willing to overlook a couple things. I mean, because somebody snapped a photo of her during the uh, pandemic, when she was marching recently. So, and of course, that white hair is just a ruse. This is her actual hair. So, yeah, that's our Lizzie. Lizzie is ride or die. According to what's that guy that the one who said that he's had conversations with her about Black Lives Matter. I forget the guy's name, but he said so, and if he said so, then it must be true. I mean, what can I say to you guys? Happy Friday. I'm in a good mood in spite of some of the stuff that's happened with the Daily Fail recently, but I'm in a good mood, and I just don't want to have that buzz ruined for me, because you know it's Christmas time. The new year is coming. I'm not sure what day of what do you call it, Hanukkah we're in, but I take off from work on those days too. So I pretty much I observe every holiday if it means I don't have to go in. But see, you guys have lifted my spirit. You have truly lifted my spirits, because yesterday, as you could hear from the podcast yesterday, I was in a bit of a mood, but that is past me now, and I can move on. But but don't underestimate Babs, Elizabeth rather. Oh, thank you, C Mac. Thank you so much. Um, let's see. I want to highlight you here if I can. There you go. Thank you very much. And Merry Christmas to you too. And if you need, I can take off for work for you too, so that way you can go in and I'll take off for you. Okay, I could take a hint. I could take a hint. There she is with her Newports in her pocket. She got on her piece Afro pick. That's our Afro Annie. Afro Annie, she worked that fro. you know, the whole thing with Afro Annie, I never really said how that happened, but I was just looking at her one day, and I'm like, that's a sister. Look at her head. That's a sister. And I just started calling her Afro Annie, just like I started calling the other guy Lord Nappy Head. What could I say? It's all I could do to pass the time. During the pandemic, when everything was closed down, I was just about to lose my mind up in here. So that's how the channel got started. When I had that time off, And of course, I have a black belt in meme making. So I decided, well, let me see if I can get this channel up and running. So back on April the 15th, I started actually, because I had like created the channel um, in 2020. But during the pandemic, with the presidential election and everything going on, I just couldn't wrap my brain around anything. Thank you, B10 pal. Thank you so much, my guardian angel. I hope you don't mind if I call you that, but I don't know. I feel this connection. Um, let's see here. Oh, love globally, and it's the other royals that are detested worldwide. Hold on, my sinuses again. Okay, I'm sorry. I really do think there must be some really foul air coming out of my mouth that causes my sinuses to back up. This happens every time. I can be absolutely fine before I start talking. I think maybe it's ricocheting off this microphone. Oh, yeah. That is a troll. I can prove it too. I got proof. See? Troll. This versus this. A troll. It even got those little nasty, stubby little fingers. I have unimpeachable evidence that that is a troll. Through and through. Troll. I told you I have a black belt in meme making. I'd added the hair myself. Oh boy. So it has been an hour and 2 minutes. I'm going to read a few more comments here before I go. I do thank you guys for spending the afternoon with me. I just could not do a big long edit today, but as I say, daily uploads. And the other thing I always say, thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Oh boy. See, now I'm getting post nasal drip. Excuse me. Let's see. A few more comments. Yes, very much so. And this one here. I know. I That's the part of me that I really love. Um yeah, I know you cannot unsee this. Once you see it, you can never unsee it. Where's the picture of the queen working at the Wendy's? Let me see if I can find that before I go. And I didn't actually make that photo, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to reimagine it because the quality is not really great. So I have some other photos of the queen that I won't share, not ones that I've made myself, but that other people have made. And while I may feel a little indifferent with her right now, I still have a lot of respect for that old lady, just because she's that old lady. But I can say that I am a bit disappointed with her right now, and I'll have to come to terms with that. But yeah, I am a little disappointed with her because okay, I promise Burger King is coming up, but I have to share this with you. I did not make this, but I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And I do not take credit for stuff that other people have said or done. So, full disclosure, this is not one of my photos, but Her Majesty is getting her drink on. She Not her drink, her drink. She is getting her drink on. And where's Church Nellie, who is oddly quiet? I haven't seen any comment from Church Nellie in a while. Uh, Maybe she heard somebody messing with her steel out in the backwoods where she creates that magic elixir. And of course, you all seen this one. Someone put this on Twitter. They said it was something about leaving Barbados. Woo! And I love the detail. They even put the ER. Now, I've made some good ones myself, but I have to say I I have to take my hat off to that one because that is epic. Right down to the ER. And that crown, I've know I've well, that tiara that she's wearing, I've seen that one before, but I have to give credit where credit is due. That one is one of my favorites. And someone posted that when the thing happened with Barbados. Okay, so you guys want Burger King. Hold the pickles, hold the lettuce, special orders, don't upset us. I'm showing my age because I know the Burger King theme song. Hold the pickles, hold the lettuce, special orders, don't upset us, blah, 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 blah. Have it your way. Uh, oh my, I'm not seeing Burger King. I'm seeing some good stuff though. Oh, by the way, one that I just came across. Did you guys know that the Queen just edged out Oprah Winfrey for most popular woman in the world? And I think that was one of those YouGov polls. And of course, because of the hostility of the British media, the tabloid media, should I say, the hostility that was recently thrown at Oprah Winfrey, it really is no surprise that that happened. But before that, Oprah Winfrey was considered the most popular woman on the planet. So, you guys, this is why I say I fight the battles that I fight because even though we like to dismiss some of these attacks from the tabloid media, oh, I'm so sorry, I don't see Burger King. But even though we like to dismiss those attacks, they do have an impact. I mean, there's no reason in the world that Oprah is not still number one. Now, some people may dispute that. Why is it Oprah and not so and so? But, Oprah has done a lot for a lot of people. And don't forget, for 25 years, she was the top talk show queen in the world. And so she had a lot of influence and impact. So, aha, I just found Her Majesty. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not Burger King. It's the other place. There she is. Hello. May I take your order, please? No, I'll have to ask Philip. Philip. Get stuffed. Elaine Parker, you said about YouGov. Let me highlight that one really fast because you always have some really good comments. I can't wait to see the picture of the Queen. Oh, yeah. Okay, I promise you I will work on those. And then you said YouGovs are only about 1,500 people. Yes, thank you for pointing that out. It's only 1,500 people. It's not 66 million people of the United Kingdom. It's not the whole entire Commonwealth, and it certainly isn't every English speaking nation in the Western world. It's a very narrow group of people, only 1,500. Thank you for pointing that out. And oh, thank you, B10 Pal. Thank you so much. Everybody, say happy holidays to B10. I hope you have a good work day, the rest of your work day. Thank you for joining us. And I thought about the people who were at work right now that couldn't be around later for the podcast. So I thought, I think if I do a live right now instead of editing until 9:30 p.m., then we can have other people join us. Oh wow, we got 420 people. 420. Where have I heard that before? And by the way, I have been to Amsterdam, but I'm a non-smoker. Every time I say I've been to Amsterdam, people always get that weird look like, uh-huh. Uh-huh. I am a non-smoker, I tell you. I went to Amsterdam as part of a grand tour. not because of their coffee shops or whatever they are. As a matter of fact, I got a headache walking around Amsterdam. Yes, it is. It is McDonald's. I think when this meme was created, it was because the Queen owned a property or part of her portfolio of the Duchy of Lancaster included a McDonald's, and so the media seized upon it. And then next thing you know, there was this meme going around. It may have even been in one of the newspapers. Let's see. Have a nice week. Yes, have a nice weekend, B10. Uh, of course, that's what the first thing they think of. Just like when I think Switzerland, I always think of gold bullion dipped in chocolate. Yep, Switzerland represents gold bullion dipped in some of the finest chocolate ever created. That's what I want for Christmas. Cough, cough. uh, yes, at least the arch is golden. Absolutely. Okay, final comments, anybody? Okay, I see we don't have, let me see. Work at Mickey D's and she can't do self checkout. Well, according to the media, she's driving all over the Windsor Great Park with those stock photos that were taken years ago. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry, Letitia. The live chat, I think I only gave like about 45 minutes notice or a half hour's notice. So it's a good chance that most people just happened upon it, I think, because I didn't give much notice. I was going to do like one of my epic edits until I thought, I don't really want to do that today since I was at it for so many hours yesterday. So I decided to have a spontaneous live chat. And Sunday, I don't know what Tina and Michelle is doing Sunday. So just to be safe, I've scheduled for noon my time, which will probably be 1 a.m. Eastern time. So just so you know, there will be a live chat Sunday. And oh yeah, the Ponsate, they have a video that came out today, a podcast today. So make sure you check out those ladies. I love them a whole lot. Okay. Okay, I think did I read this one already? Okay, what did I miss there? Oh yes, thank you, Helen Stevens. Don't forget to smash those like buttons. Which reminds me too, for those of you who have recently donated to the channel, thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys, I'm going to do some upgrades on my equipment first of the year, and that's due in part to your generosity. So I won't have those events like I had last night where it took a month of Sundays to upload the video. That's something that I definitely want to work on. Yes, the funniest. The fun is found in Switzerland. I want to be in Switzerland. I only passed through there on the train, and I got off at the station and had another sausage, my first since I left Germany, which was a stop before. I ate so many sausages in Germany, I literally belched my way out of Cologne. The train probably went faster because I was belching in the back of the train. Oh, but it was so good. Ponsate podcast. Yes, yes. They were on earlier. And if you guys aren't subscribed to Ponsate, please do. Ponsate, they are a hoot. Oh, and don't forget, you guys, I think it was yesterday, Facts and 2 Cents. Facts and 2 Cents. One of the things I love is that they have great views of New York, and I love being in New York. Yeah, I don't think she's that active anymore. I heard two like really funny stories about her at the Windsor Castle. Well, one in Windsor Castle and one at Buckingham Palace. And the one at Buckingham Palace, the guy, one of the servers, the footman, had a tray, and he said that the Queen got on the lift in one on one of the floors, and he said that the lift stopped working, and he said that someone was waiting for the lift on the first floor, and that they were yelling all these expletives. What the F is going on with the lift? And then this very familiar voice said, "It appears to have malfunctioned." And then after that, after that, he said all you can hear was, and they said she never said anything else about it. That was the end of it. I think she gets a kick out of blending in like that. And the other one I heard was at the Windsor Castle, where some electrician was working on something, and some lady brought some tea for him and even added the cream and sugar and everything. And then the next day, he said it was like, "Yeah, just put it over there. Yeah, thanks." And he was being a little short with her. And speaking of short, she is kind of short. He said that when he looked up that second day, he noticed that it was the Queen. So those are the two. But anyway, I see a familiar name here. Where did you go, Ronnie Vanna? Ronnie Vanna is in the house. We go back like cornrows. I have been friends with Ronnie for has to be over 30 years. And I know it's hard for some of you guys to believe that I have friends, but I do have a few friends. There's a few people who can tolerate me. Not many, but just a few. Believe me, being on a long road trip and having to listen to me mile after mile after mile after mile, I'm not any different on a long car trip than I am right now. Mile after mile after mile. Which reminds me, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do for Christmas, but I don't know, maybe just hang out. Was it that broad of an age difference, Ronnie Vanna? Was it that broad of an age difference? Something wrong with your math. Something is terribly wrong with your math. Just because my birth certificate is on parchment paper doesn't mean I'm that old. Okay, let me see a few more comments here. Oh yeah, that's the woman that told. Yeah, she told those guys in New York to go back to the colonies. That was her. Yeah. Look at that face. She always got that something stank look on her face. Not some what is that smell, but something stank. She always looked like something stank. And I'm just saying, I'm not trying to start nothing, but she had some very negative and nasty things to say about Princess Diana. She had theories about Princess Diana's situation, and she wasn't very kind. I saw it on a documentary one day. I was floored. I could not believe it. I'm just like, seriously? But yeah, she was serious. She didn't care what anybody thought. Just like she didn't care about this. She didn't care. She thought it was funny. Actually, this one, she was probably a bit shocked that it came out, but then again, she probably wanted it to come out. So, and that's why Princess Diana referred to her as the U-boat captain, because she really was. But yeah, she's I just in my opinion, she's just rotten to the core. Now, here's a little treat on my way out. Have you guys seen this? You guys seen this photo? That's Prince Harry. And I tell you, Ronnie Vanna has told me sometimes, she's like, where do you get those photos of Harry? She said, before, but now I'm kind of like, hey, Harry. Sorry to out you like that, Ronnie, but that's what you told me. You were like, huh, that's Harry, huh? Yeah, that's Harry. He's all grown up now. He's not that little insecure kid anymore. I mean, after all, Look at who he's married to. So yeah, that's Prince Harry. Um, and I tell you, this is like one of my favorite photos just because he is beaming with pride. You know, the photo is kind of weird to look at because we know that this is one of those occasions where they decided they had it in for her in the royal household or KP or wherever it was coming from. The you know, the Mormon Tabernacle Choir went after her, among other people. Not to disparage the Mormons, but you know what I'm trying to say. I don't see too many people of color. I don't see too many of my peeps. I don't see too many of my peeps. That's what I'm trying to say. Not too many people of colors in that photo deliberately, except for the driver who they invited in for that photo and then run them back out of there. But yeah, Harry's all about it now, and that's why he married a very strong woman because he's all about it. And where did she get that strength from? From this woman. That's where she got it from. That's that African blood, that African American blood, that blood that helped us survive 400 years of oppression. And because of that, he's a winner. Now he's really winning. That was all he needed to complete his life. And where did it start? Oh boy, I'm getting good with these photos, right? Where did all that start? It started with his mother. So um, we have to thank Diana and we have to thank our Queen Doria. And we have to thank our Queen Doria. Doria has a lot to do with this. And I like the fact that through it all, she has been very dignified and very quiet, but also a source of strength. And for that, I think Harry is very grateful. I mean, those are the two best things that could have happened to Harry is having his wife and his mother-in-law and of course his family, his children and such. So I'm happy for him. All those years I was worried about Harry, that other one, whatever. But whatever to that other one. Okay, you guys, we got to wrap this up. It is like 1 hour, 22 minutes. Any final thoughts or comments on the way out of this hour-long podcast, which is suddenly 1 hour and 22 minutes? Yes, Ronnie. Yes, that's what it was. It was that black girl magic. Let me see. Anybody else? Lack of diversity? Yes. Yes. It's very much a lack of diversity. And they said that they were going, remember, they didn't want to release these statistics, but I think that photo says everything. That's all I need to see is that photo, especially with all of those, for lack of a better word, alleged co-conspirators. Um, yeah, they're jealous. Let me see. Never brought her mom along. Never brought her mom along. You can't get rid of that Carol Middleton. Now, see, you're going to make me go a few more minutes. You can't get rid of that Carol Middleton. That Carol Middleton is all over them like a cheap suit. She's everywhere. Every place you turn, Carol Middleton is there, pushing her little air hostess trolley, selling drinks along the way, um, um, pouring out of them little bottles and stuff. You can't get rid of that Carol Middleton. That Carol Middleton. You can't get rid of her. She's everywhere. And she brings the entire family. I mean, they I just picture them riding around in a really posh station wagon. But you can't get rid of her. She's everywhere, that Carol Middleton. Oh, ever since she showed up, nothing has been the same. Um, I told you guys what, maybe 4 months ago, I said Carol Middleton is not going to want to wait any longer than necessary to go to the coronation. She doesn't want to risk that. If you guys look back at some of the old podcasts, I said that probably 4 or 5 months ago. I said they're going to try to find some kind of way to convince Charles to leave the throne or not even go to the throne or whatever. And people said, "Oh no, Baron, he's been waiting his whole life." Carol Middleton. You haven't factored into that, Carol Middleton. I'm just saying. I don't know anything. I just know what I know or what I feel or that hunch I have that Carol Middleton has other ideas, and that's all I'll say. She's got other ideas. That Carol Middleton. Look at her, just as shady as she could be. Uh, just shady. That Carol Middleton with her now look at her. She's even got one of the bottles from the airplane. Now, if she allegedly took that bottle off of 747, what wouldn't she do? Huh? What wouldn't she do? That Woo! Okay, you know what, guys? While I still have a channel, while I still have a channel, um, okay, let me look at a couple of more comments because you guys are getting messy and you're making me messy. And I don't want to be messy because when I get messy, I go make memes. And I don't want to make a meme. I have made too many. I'm very proud of this one, by the way. I have made too many, but you all are getting messy. You're getting out of pocket. And I don't want you to take my channel with you. Let's see. Kay Costello, you say Charles will be the next king. It might be short lived. Okay, what are you trying to say? I have my conspiracy. What's yours? Is it that Carol Middleton? Woo! Oh boy, I'm just kidding. Yes, Charles will be the next king. There's no disputing that. Um, let's see. I don't trust his father. Yeah, I don't trust it either. I mean, anybody who snatches those little bottles off of 747, I don't even know. I'm trying to figure. I can't even wrap my head around this. How did she get that little drink cart in her purse? Somehow she managed to fit that whole beverage cart in her purse and bring it back to where they live, Buckleberry, Buckleberry, Mayberry, wherever they live. She managed to get that whole air hostess trolley in her bag, take it home, and the way she's going to recoup all of the money that she spent, she because it had to cost a lot of money to get this into Kensington Palace. I mean, you got to spend some money to get that in the palace, right? So Carol Middleton, she watches every penny, and in order to recoup her losses, she's going to go to the she's gonna go to the coronation. I ain't talking. Well, you know what? She'll probably do it at both coronations. She's gonna sell some drinks at Charles' coronation, and she'll never give you the whole can of Coca-Cola. You only get half a can of Coke, and cause she kind of cheap, so she ain't gonna give you the whole can. Just like on JetBlue, you only get half a can, and or is it Ryanair? Whichever one is the discount airline, you only get half the can. And you probably knowing her, she probably gonna make you pay more for the ice, right? But she gonna sell some drinks at Charles's coronation. So yeah, you're right. You're right. Charles will be the next king, and that Carol Middleton is gonna sell drinks, pushing her little cart down the aisles of Westminster Abbey. and then when William is crowned, taking what's her name with him, her, when William is crowned, she'll have another opportunity to recoup some of the losses for all the money that she spent putting this in Kensington Palace. So I think she's got a plan. I mean, look at her. You could tell she's up to something. She's got plans. And that plan is to put this in Kensington Palace. I don't care how much it costs or whatever, because she's going to get the money back on the other end. You know that. When she, now she may be 93 years old pushing that little beverage cart from the airline up and down the aisles of Westminster Abbey. And the peanuts, who knows how much she's going to charge for the peanuts? Poor thing. She might not even be able to lift them up, but she's going to get her money back. And then Kate Middleton's brother, James, he's going to have monogram marshmallows for all because that's that business he has. And as you know, that's been losing money. So James Middleton is going to be hawking those marshmallows that who ever heard of monogram marshmallows? Anybody who thought that business was going to go somewhere probably got marshmallows for brain. So he's going to sell his listen to me. He's going to sell his monogram marshmallows. Mama Middleton, she's going to be pushing her little air hostess cart that we haven't figured out how she got off the plane. She's going to be pushing that up and down. She's going to be pushing that up and down the aisles of Westminster Abbey. See, that whole family, they have plans. They have plans. Getting her into Kensington Palace, that was just part of a much larger scheme that has evolved over the years. And so when William goes out to Bucklebury, Huckleberry, Mayberry, wherever they live, when William goes out there, they're putting the thing together. And so Mama Middleton, she's the brains of the operation. I refuse to believe that it's Kate, because Kate is still trying to tell us how kids' brains work. Really, she's trying to, it's a self-help course. It's not that she's helping the kids, she's helping herself. So because there's something wrong with her, as evident by them eyebrows. There's something wrong with that girl. So, she's not the brains. It's the mama, Carol Middleton. That Carol Middleton, that's the brains of the operation. So, that's my theory. I can't prove any of it, but that's my theory. Is that on Coronation Day, Carol Middleton, and I got to put this to bed because I'm starting to give myself a headache. I'm sitting up here laughing. But Carol Middleton, that Carol Middleton, she did it. She's going to be the one to really benefit from the coronation. So if you guys agree with that, okay, fine. If not, I understand. I know it seemed a bit far fetched. Um, but if you think that's far fetched, who ever thought that some Mitchum Roland would have that earthworm event? I didn't see that coming, but it happened. So anything can happen when you're dealing with those Middletons. Okay, you guys. So I have been on a bit of a rant there. I'm going to look at a few more comments. And 1 second, because my nose is really running. Uh, Cypher, what's going on? I haven't heard from you all day. Um, okay. And this one, Carol Middleton and daughter Pippa were leaking lies. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. Because remember, the calls are coming from inside the house. Yeah, they were the ones leaking. Uh-huh. I agree with that. I agree with that. Allegedly, possibly, and most likely, They were the ones who were up to no good. Excuse me. Uh, the Suds don't owe. No, they don't owe him anything. If Bones and if Skull and Bones, that's the new nickname for them, by the way. If they want to throw that picture from Morocco out there for everybody to see, fine. But the Sussexes, I hope they don't have a Christmas card. I hope they have one. But then again, if they don't have one, that's fine. They have already invaded the Duchess of Sussex privacy by following her on her shopping trip. And you know what? Much credit to the Sussexes that they managed to do a lot of things. And that's the first time. Do you guys realize this is the first time that they've ever seen her out shopping? This is the first time. So, a lot of credit to the Sussexes because they have managed to keep a very low profile, and their neighbors have been very protective of them. So, yes, Deja Washington. Yes, I agree with that. Um, Carol Middleton, no doubt, realized what a powerhouse Meghan was, and that she probably would want to have that for her own household, but instead, the Wisteria sisters managed to socially climb their way up. I'm not saying they didn't work their way into those positions, but it is common knowledge that some of Will's people, um, you know, and when I say his people, I'm talking about his classmates and such. They had certain opinions about the Middleton girls. I heard. I don't know that to be a fact, but yeah, there were people who were rather suspicious of him. But I'm just saying. I don't know that to be true. Yes, I'm having too much fun. I love it. This gets me out of that foul mood I was in yesterday with that whole body language person. This really gets me out of that foul mood because that really got under my skin. Of course they're going to accuse Meghan. Of course they're going to accuse her, as though they don't have. I mean, for all we know, Meghan may not have gone out shopping at all in the past year. This may have been her. And look at it, it's Christmas time. And just like a president and the first lady and other high profile people, they only ever go out shopping personally at Christmas. This may have been something she needed to do on her own, not realizing that those photographers were there. So I'm just not going to accept that, oh, yeah, she leaked the photos herself. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. And thank you, Cypher. Thank you so much. Bless you for that. Thank you, 1 million tenfold. Thank you. Glad I saw that and want to make sure I highlight those. Uh, exactly. Yes, that's right. Uh, the Wizard of Oz. Oh boy, some of the faces he makes. I tell you, if Kate wants to figure out what's wrong with somebody's head, why don't she start right there at Anmore Hall if they both still live there together? Why don't she start at Anmore Hall? Where did that voice come from? Let's see. Okay, must be blocked from your page. Yeah, the body language guy. Remember, go to those three dots and keep checking not interested. And eventually, I don't get a lot of the hate channels. Now, yesterday, I did a bunch of screenshots that I shared with you guys from the hate channels, right? I didn't open up any of the things. I just merely did screenshots on the hate channels to make a point in the video yesterday. And I tell you, after I looked at those screenshots, I needed to take a shower. I felt dirty. I honestly felt dirty after looking at those screenshots. They were awful and they were lies. They were absolute lies meant to hurt the Sussexes. And the thing is, those channels and the Twitter accounts, the Sussex squad does not coordinate with the media, but we all know from the Twitter accounts that the tabloid media, they are in constant contact with the haters on Twitter and the haters on YouTube. Right? Right, Harry? Right? I know, Harry. Okay. Yvonne Clark, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you, Yvonne. You complete me. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, bye, Patricia. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm gonna get off of here in a minute too. I keep saying that. Oh, I don't know what that's about. I'm gonna skip to the next one. Yeah, like I said, go to those little three dots and find where it says not interested, and eventually they will go away. Because Sean, what is it? Sean, what is Sean something? John Sean? No, Sean Neil Sean. He never comes up on my YouTube anymore. Never comes up because I am very quick to hit not interested. And eventually he went away. And it, okay, I'm sorry. Let me see. Anastasia Labella, what is the name again? He is confused, doesn't know what he wants to be. Yeah, what is it? Because I don't even, I'm confused. I don't know what y'all talking about. But I'm sorry, I have not following the chat that closely. Oh, thank you, Kathy Antone. Oh, thank you so much. That honestly means a lot to me. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Shirley. Thank you for the super sticker. You complete me. Thank you for supporting the channel. And for those of you guys who are not able to donate, or maybe you just don't want to, being here to comment and being a part of this community means a lot. Believe me, it does. It's what makes the community strong. Neil Sean, full of lies and nonsense. Yeah, he just make up stuff. He does. You know what gives him an edge though is that he stands there with his selfie stick. He stands out there and walking around different landmarks in London, and that gives him credibility because to the untrained eye, he seems as though he's actually some correspondent or something instead of just some, for lack of a better word, grifter. Oh my goodness, you guys are spoiling me. Sister and Sissy, thank you. And Corliss Holly, what are you saying here? I'm sorry. Black Queen, thank you. Thank you. You guys are spoiling me, both of you. Thank you, 1 million. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Look at me highlighting back and forth. Shirley, thank you. Thank you, sister. And thank you, Black Queen. I am getting good at these live chats. I don't think I had too many hiccups today. Not like that other day when it took me 9 minutes to realize nobody could hear me. And honestly, you guys, that was probably the best live chat ever is when you couldn't hear me. when people can't hear you, it's the best way not to make mistakes. Okay, so I see a lot of people are leaving. Maybe it's that time. Anastasia, wow, maybe he wants to be like his sister Kay. Is that James Middleton, maybe? With his monogram marshmallows? You know, something like that. You will never hear me say, why did not think of that? You'll probably hear me say, why did somebody think of that? But you'll never hear me say, oh, I know why this was highlighted. New member. Now I see it. New member. Thank you so much. I didn't recognize your name. That's probably why. You're a new member to the channel. Thank you. I'm sorry I forgot to acknowledge that. Thank you so much. Wow, this is so cool. My memberships are growing. Um, and warning, if you go to the Patreon to become a member, it ain't really no perks on there. It's just that Patreon is a lot of work. I'd rather do my daily uploads than have to face that Patreon. I do apologize for that, but they keep you going on Patreon. You'd really have to you know, use it to understand what I'm saying. Thank you, Sandra Rahim. I'm having fun. And the best part is that I'm not just sitting here talking to myself making a video, although some of my neighbors probably would tell you I do talk to myself. I don't know. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. But oh, but I don't know. If I do talk to myself, they say it's better if you don't answer yourself, right? Right. There's Afro Annie. Boy, I tell you, if she don't look like one of my aunties, I don't know. She just seems like somebody I'm related to. I don't know what it is about her. Is it that melanin? Is it that afro? Is it that kind of no nonsense attitude? Wait a minute. I almost just described Ronnie, didn't I? That's my friend Ronnie Vanna. She can be your best friend or your worst nightmare. You choose. Woo! I'd rather stay on the good side. Trust me. Let me see. Thank you for being with us, Connie. Thank you so much. Thank you. Always a delight. Oh yeah, it's got to be late there now. Let me see. It's probably what, a 6 hour difference. So I'm thinking there it's got to be like 9 p.m., maybe 10 p.m., right? um, Let me see. Yeah, I did that. I decided what could complete this photo. So I went and found a Afro pick and some Newports. My girl. Yeah, I want to. I just when I look at her, I just feel like I can hang out with her. Long as she don't start talking that crazy stuff. But something tell me she got some knuckle dusters in her pocket. Like if there's some kind of brawl or something like that, I think she can handle herself. I think so. Uh, Let me see. Maybe late some reporter said Harry and Meghan in splitting. Oh yeah, Yvonne. They. Uh, you just have to, some of those hate channels look like they're legitimate and real. And like Sean Neal, he looks like a real reporter, but I think maybe he used to be like a real reporter years ago, but he decided to go to the dark side and talk about the Sussexes in the most awful way every day. He's very clever with the way he words things, but yeah, you just have to be careful with those reports because they like to create stuff that looks incredibly legitimate, but they're hate channels. Okay. Uh, oh, Karen, thank you, Karen, lovely. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to get off here in a minute too, but I'm looking at the time and I'm just like, okay, maybe a nice round number to end with. So if there's any more comments, if you're at work right now, I hope you're having a good day. I hope you get your hair did for the holidays. Woo! I hope you get your hair did for the holidays. You know. And I think since since Lord Nappyhead has had such a rough season, I think I'm going to send him one of those Afro picks. He probably has been too embarrassed to go into a beauty supply and buy one himself. And he probably is a little nervous to order online. So I'm going to send him an Afro pick myself so that, he can get his hair jacked up like Afro Annie. See? That's what he really wants. He doesn't know how to ask for it, but I'm going to help him out. I'm not going to send him any type of hair care products because it's too late. By the way, this is one of the memes that I made after the earworm or whatever that thing is. After that, I got inspired when I saw him, and I said, "My goodness, if he doesn't look like some Mitchum roll-on deodorant, I don't know what he looks like." So that's how this came about. I tell you, you just never know what's going through my head. Oh, I almost forgot to share this from last year. I've been sitting up here talking crazy all this time. I forgot to share this. Aw, this was their first Christmas in Montecito. I love this. And what I like about it is that it doesn't give the tabloids too much. I just need to know they're happy. I don't need to know all the details. I just need to know they're happy. But yeah, very sweet picture. But I'm not going to share the photo of Meghan shopping. And yes, I enjoyed seeing the photos as much as you did. Or as much as you have. I'm sorry. It was a guilty pleasure, and we shouldn't be ashamed or embarrassed that we've seen it. It's just if you share it, again, no shade because well, we all want to know. Baron, they wanted Harry for a rich doormat, but he married a woman who could stand by him, not behind him, so they keep eating their self. Yeah, he did marry a very strong woman and a good partner. They have a great partnership. Yes, Yvonne, they know that it will make them popular. It's hard to tell the hate channels sometimes. Um, Oh, and when I was doing my research for the video yesterday and I saw some of the channels, I didn't even know they exist. And some of them are just kids. Some of them are just kids. I'm like, these are children. These are children that realize that there's money in hate. If I had the kind of numbers that the hate channels were getting for hate, I'm telling you, if I had those kind of numbers, it's incredible the amount of viewers that they get. I mean, before I had a channel, I didn't really pay attention to the numbers. But once I got a channel and I'm just like, I know what it takes to get from here to there. But for them, it's easy. For the Sussex squad, we work really hard to get where we are. But for those channels, oh, all they have to do is just create some of the most incredibly hateful scenarios. And next thing you know, you got 10,000 views. You got 20,000, 30,000, And then I've seen like 90, 100,000, 350,000. Like, look at this one. Um, I don't particularly like sharing this but he's got a channel. This kid has a channel. Why does he have a channel? I didn't even know about this until yesterday. Why does this kid have a channel? I mean, he's in grade school and he's got a channel. Look at him. Little Harry Potter wannabe. He's got a channel. I don't know, Deja. I don't know. I saw this yesterday. I was like, what? What? This kid's got a channel. I feel like James Evans on Good Time. I'm ready to go get my belt. You better sit your behind down somewhere. He's got a channel. And probably doing better than me. Oh, I mean, do they know about him? You think he's at school. This kid is at home being a deranger. Wow. That's all I can say is wow. That's why I told you yesterday after I looked at those thumbnails, I did not open the video. I promise you, have not opened the video. when I looked at the thumbnails, I'm just like, mother of Harry Potter, where did he come from? And there he is. I'm assuming this is his channel. I didn't open it up or look at it, but woo, that's all I could say. I don't want to say the wrong thing, so it's best not to say anything. But this child has a channel and probably got more viewers than I ever had. Oh, Patricia, you said, thanks, Baron. Love your podcast. Um, let's see, laughing out loud and good night, friends and family. Time's up. Oh, it's okay. It's really late there, and all the way from South Africa. I am so honored. I did my DNA thing, and aside from Mali and Ghana and Nigeria, I got a little South African blood in me. I'm proud to say. Although then there's some other things like oh, let me see. A little French, a little dab of English and Irish. Now, don't ask me how all that happened. I ain't going to get into all of that. Who shot John? But I got some of that other stuff going. I'm like, Irish, English. Yeah. If you haven't done your DNA before, you'd be surprised at how that adds up. But yeah, so that little snot nosed kid has a channel. You know what? I'm gonna call his mama. That's what I'm gonna do. If I could figure out how to call his mama, I'm gonna call his mama or the school or something. He's got a channel, and look at what kind of channel he has. This is reprehensible or whatever big word I'm trying to think of. This is outrageous. I'm appalled. And I don't know what that is either. Uh, I think it means shocked, right? Let me see. Well, do we really know those numbers are legit? Um, well, I mean, I've heard of people making up stuff on the Instagram, but as for on this format, I'm not sure. But that is a good point. I don't know if they're legit or not. So it may very well be some hocus pocus in there. But oh, I'm so disappointed. You know, okay, let me get rid of this kid before I be said the wrong thing. While I still got a channel, I am going to step away gracefully and I'm going to focus on something that's very, very important. And that is this photo, which I love to share every week. Notice there's nobody back there trying to clamor at the Cambridges to get closer to them. Just a family that were happened to walk through the park. They just happened to walk through the park that day. Oh, that's how popular they are. That the only way they draw a crowd is if a family happened upon them on their way to the Tesco's. That's their crowd. That's their audience. If a family just happens to see them as they push their pram through the park, then that's that crowd that the security is fighting desperately to hold back. A mom, a dad, looks like a grandma, and a little kid in the pram that they are afraid is going to overtake and overrun this highly secure area. Oh boy. Well, you guys, oh, look, we're at the 2 hour mark. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the donations. I love you guys forever. This has been so much fun. You have elevated me by encouraging me to be me. You have elevated me out of a particularly difficult mood I was in yesterday, as evident from yesterday's podcast. So, let's hope Tina and Michelle is on Sunday. If not, I will be on at noon Central Time. So maybe I'll talk to you live again, unless I get lazy and don't feel like uploading tomorrow. um, or should I say editing, then I'll see you guys then. But thank you. Thank you, Lydia, Anastasia, Church Nelly, Rising Phoenix, Sherry Ware. That's the Mod Squad. They're the ones that is keeping this a safe space for all of us. So you guys don't forget to thank them. Don't forget to hit that like button. And remember the thank you list of donors and members and um uh anyway, there's some lists coming. Okay, you guys, love you a lot. So long in the podcast. All right, thank you.